guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're coming from my last video, congratulations, you are from a very small pool of people. But maybe I should also apologize because a lot of things went wrong in that video, but I went ahead and posted it anyways because why not? We're out here learning and we're just gonna get better. But today, I'm gonna actually come through on that promise of showing you all the way through my mods folder and my mod database and how I organize it all. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. But as you probably saw in my last horrendously disappointing clip of my last video, my screen recording program actually kind of glitched on me and completely failed to record everything that I was showing in the end, so I kind of just flopped. However, I'm still spending a lot of time downloading mods, so I figured today would be as good a time as any to show you what I was trying to show you in my last video, which is how I use 7-zip to unzip multiple zip files. I've said zip like 17 times already. But how I use 7-zip to unzip multiple zip files, place them in my mods folder in a very organized way. So here you can see my Windows File Explorer, which has several mods. These are some of the last few mods. I think the real last one that I'm gonna download is Wicked Whims. But here are a few last minute ones that I've downloaded here. So I'm gonna highlight all of it, right click, and then I'm going to go show more options, and then you get this list, and on here you can go to 7-zip and click extract files, and then I just click OK. So I extract it right into the downloads file, and then it really nicely just populates here, so I can go ahead and delete all the ones that are highlighted. So now I just have the extracted files. So once I've done that, I can go ahead and start putting it into my actual mods folder, but I do that in a very organized way. So I've kind of saved it to show you guys. I'll give you one full example and then I'll show you my mods folder once it's fully stocked. So the first one that I have in my database to install here is Better Build By. So I have it listed as my M041 Better Build By. And I have very specific folder naming techniques. So I'm gonna make a new folder, place the name in here, and then open said folder. Now it's empty. I go back in my downloads. I look at Twisted Mexi's Better Build By, drag the Twisted Mexi Better Build By folder to mods root. That's it. So I'm gonna break your rules a little bit, Twisted Mexi, because I really just want it in my own folder. I hope he doesn't have, or I don't know, I hope they don't have any specific like routing that's tied to this name, but that would be a little weird, wouldn't it? So I'm just gonna take everything in this folder, or better yet, I'm actually going to just right click on this folder, rename, and change the name to my name. Then I'm gonna go back here and delete that original folder, and then go back to here. I'm gonna cut and paste that into my mods folder. So that's how I'm gonna get my Better Build By. And then this is basically the exact same folder structure that Twisted Mexi had. And then I go back here. They said drag to your mods root, that's it. I did that as closely as I could while still organizing my mods. Okay, so then I've installed that. The other part of this, keeping my mods folder organized, is getting all my links squared away. So I got my Better Build By from Twisted Mexi's Patreon, which I have here, and it's version 3.2.3. So in my mods folder, or in my mods database rather, which I have on Google Drive right now, I just go better build by, Twisted Maxi, no second creator rather, version 3.2.3, installed today, February 17th, 2024. And this is the link where I got it from. So this is gonna be a really good record for whenever I need to make updates. It's definitely got script folders. If I open the mod folder again, I'll see that the mod itself has 5 items in the folder. This is like a whole kind of unnecessary, but I'll leave it there. Why not? It's got 1 script file and 1 package file, and then a bunch of data files, which I'm not going to edit. So I'm just going to go up. So then I'm just going to write here 5 because that's what's in the main folder. And then in my comments, oh yeah, that was better build by. And then I have space for comments where I'm going to note 1 package file, 1 script file, 2 text files, and 1 data folder. And the data folder has 49 items. Okay, and that's how I fully install a mod into my mods folder and update the database. So I'm gonna keep doing that. And then once I'm done with all of the mods that I'm gonna download for now, I'm gonna come back and give you a tour of my mods folder. Okay, hi guys. As promised, I'm here to show you through the rest of my mods folder. I finished updating all the mods that I'm planning on doing right now before I start my new Let's Play. So I'm just going to show you what the mods that I've downloaded are, and these are mainly going to be like my main body mods. I will probably switch them out here and there whenever I feel like it, but I'm really proud of the way the organization came out, and I'm going to put up the name of the person I got the idea from and also link their blog or their website in the description box, so you guys can check it out as well, because I think they probably have more details. I just really took their screenshot and ran with it with my thoughts. So right now I have about 56 items in my mod folder, which is actually crazy considering I said that I wasn't going to go crazy with adding mods. I was like, oh, you're just going to add whatever mods you need right now. You need to show people that you don't really need that many mods to play a fully game of The Sims. Well, you know what? I'm sorry to EA, and I'm sorry to all the people who are playing on console. That used to be me once. I used to play on an Xbox, The Sims 3 Pets. But like, mods really add a lot to the game. And the first day I reinstalled my game without any mods, it was actually so dry. Like, I don't even understand how people were doing it without mods. So I had to go in with all of my diehard favorite mods, with all of my true ones that I can't live without. And then some fun ones that I maybe haven't tried before. So we're gonna show them. So I'll just walk you through my organization method to start actually. So this is what the folder looks like. Everything starts with an M and it starts with the 3 digits. So I'm leaving myself enough space for 999 mods. I do not think that will be a problem. If I do ever get more than 999 mods, then I probably should take a break from The Sims for a while, I think. Plus my computer would probably crash and burn because I'm really just using a regular laptop right now, not made for that kind of processing power. Anywho's, so M001 means mod 1 basically, and then I have a really short pithy name for the mod, and then this date is the year month date of when it was added to my mods folder. I thought that would just be like a good way to understand if anything crashes. I can really just go back to the most recent mods that I added and things like that. The database that I have on Google Drive will have all the other information needed. But yeah, so you click on this mod and it's just got whatever is required for the mod to run. So this one is just a package and a Sims 4 script file, and then it keeps it organized. So I initially had M1, but you guys know how Windows and just file organization works. So eventually when I get to like 100, if I get to 100, it's going to order the 100s like before the 20s basically. So that's going to be really annoying and it's going to get really messed up. So I kept the 001, so everything always starts with a 0, so it'll be in like good order. And then I have all the way up until 0055. So these are all my mods, and this is what my mods folder is looking like. This is the less interesting part though. The more interesting part that I'm going to show is my mods database. Okay, so basically this is just a Google Sheets I am Yuri Sims 4 master database. I'd initially called it like my CC and mod database, but I have ideas to use it for other things as well, so I just called it a master database. So all things Sims 4 is what I'm going to put here. Okay, so let's take a look. The columns that I have are ID. Can you guys see this really well? Should I zoom in? I'm not like a really common Google Sheets user, so I don't even really know how to work it. Okay, that's the zoom. I'm an Excel, Microsoft Office 365 diehard fan here. I actually have it, but the issue with my Microsoft Office 365 subscription is that it's under my actual name, and then if I put it here, it's got my picture, and I don't want all that, so I was like, let me just use my Google Sheets. It's safe. It's got a nondescript B in the corner that stands for what? It could stand for Bridget, or like Bartholomew. You wouldn't know. I don't know. I mean, I know, obviously, but I'm not telling you, and that's all that matters. So I'm using Google Sheets. If I look like a little bit of a lame-o using this, it's because I am. I'm a noob to Google Sheets. I'm an expert at Excel. I'm very new to Google Sheets, and it's, not gonna lie, the lesser option. Don't come for me. Don't at me in the comments, but like, Google Sheets, it can't, in a 1-to-1, 1v1 battle against Excel, like, it's getting knocked out first round. Sorry, not sorry. Anywho's, back to the regularly scheduled programming. My columns include ID. This is just like I figure every database should just have a generic ID column and should just have it. And then I have CC or mod, which this is actually going to become an obsolete column because I have split the tables for CC and mod apart. What I may change this column to is like a classification of the mod. So whether it's for like teens or university, or if it's an override, something like that. Even though my mod versus CC classification is kind of wishy-washy right now, I have some overrides and mods, but I'm thinking that currently my pattern for distinguishing CC versus mod is going to be CC is for things that don't move. So you have your overrides, your presets, those should be CC, and then mods are things that do move or have like tasks associated with them. So big mods that have new animations, new interactions, things like that, would be mods as well. So I may move this around in the future, but for now what's important is that I'm keeping track of everything. Whether it's classified incorrectly or correctly as a mod or CC is not as important right now because I don't have so many. So moving on, I've got the number of files. So this is just for me to keep track of the number of files in the main mod file, and that's so if something gets accidentally deleted, I can just go back and see what, like, if something's wrong with it, or if I'm moving things around and I accidentally make a mistake, I can know right away if there's a mistake by comparing it to the original number that I put here. So script, yes or no, this is a very easy self-explanatory column. It just tells me whether this is a script mod or not. A lot of them are, but a lot of them are also not script mods. And then for those of you who don't know, to determine whether a mod is a script mod or not, it's just what kind of extension or what this part of the file name after the dot says. So script files will say like ts4 script or something, and then non-scripts usually dot package. There's also like dot tray or something. I'm not the one to come for that right now, but that's kind of an overview. Then I have a name, so this is just what the mod is called by the creator, or if they have a silly name, I do like a shortened form of it. That's pretty self-explanatory. Then I have the folder name, so this is how I would find it in my file explorer, exactly how you saw it just now in the file explorer. Then I have the creator, so this will be good for searching for it in the future, especially if the link becomes obsolete. So I have the creator 1 and creator 2 because some mods are collaborative mods. So you see SimCity Loans is actually a collaboration between, I don't know how to pronounce this. I've always said Mizoriyuki in my head, so if that's wrong, please let me know in the comments. And then there's also Scarlet. And I don't know if this has 2 T's. Whatever, I am not here for spelling bee. And then I was adding descriptions for the first 2 mods, but clearly you can see that I got a little bored. Because to be fair, most of the mod names are pretty self-explanatory. I may add descriptions for the ones that are kind of just utility mods, but for the most part, I'm probably not going to populate this unless there's a mod that does something really, really random that I want to add in here for me to remember. So there's that. And then we have the version install. This is a really, really important column because this will help me when I'm doing updates. So whenever the game is updated, I have to go to, there's a CC and mod status tracker that is owned by, I can't remember who. When I find it for this video, I'll post it in the description box. But that's what I usually check whenever there are updates to see if my mods are up to date, if I have the latest versions. So I'll compare what the version that they say is up there is most up to date with the version that I installed and that's in my game. And then I'll know, do I need to update it or do I need to not update it? And I'm planning on checking this fairly frequently, maybe like quarterly at least, if there are no updates to the game. So if there are updates to the game, I'll definitely be checking it more frequently than quarterly. Then I have date installed. So you guys see these are all, I installed all of these within the last week. And that's because from my last video, you know that I actually just re-downloaded Sims after not playing for like 4 months or 3 months. Okay, so date installed, then the URL. So this is what you can click to go find the link to download the mod. This is really good. And then I have some notes. So most of them don't have notes, but if there were like options to choose, I'll say what option that I chose. So I chose the Maxis option over the Alt option, and this mod is apparently now unsupported by 0. Then I have added all options, and then here it's choose Genius or grade A. That's what I chose, sorry. And then some really important ones like this is more columns and casts. That is a mod that causes, like, that needs to be updated almost or literally every single time the game is updated. So just something for me to remember. Same with UI cheats. And then I have here, this is an eyelash mod. I installed the version that automatically removes all EA lashes, not in cast. Okay. And then I have sliders here. So for the most part, this database has 1 for 1. So one entry, one folder name will have one mod. However, the difference lies when you have something like this, vibrant pixel sliders. They had a whole host of sliders altogether, and I wasn't about to make a new one for every single one of the sliders. So I just had a catch-all vibrant pixel body sliders, and then I just have individual links for each of the sliders that are in here, and I just kind of listed what they were in the notes. So that's kind of a good little trick there to reduce the number of folders that you have. I'm not grouping most things, but some obvious things like that are easy to group. So something like this, I definitely am going to move this into CC once I organize a little bit more. So this is definitely not a mod. This is CC, it's lashes. So this will be gone from this database eventually. I was just kind of dumping everything for now before I had time to organize, which coincidentally is the exact opposite of what I wanted to do this time around, because knowing me, I'm going to procrastinate until it's going to be really difficult. But it should be easy enough because I'm going to wait until I want to download a new mod. And then I'm going to remove this entry, keep the M030 and rename it as a new mod, the one that I'm going to download. And then I will take this and name it or put it in my CC folder. That's what I'm going to do. So not that you asked, but I'm telling you because why not? And then I have some funny ones like detailed butt. I thought that was amusing because I am a 12-year-old child. Or 8 actually, wow. Okay, and then what else do I have here? That's really the gist of the organizational system. The other thing is that I had this fun idea where I wouldn't really replace any mods. So the case that I just mentioned with the Kijiko eyelashes was a separate case or a special case because that was a mistake on my part. But something like this, base mental alcohol, you notice this is highlighted orange. Why is it highlighted orange? Well, that's because I no longer have this mod in my mods folder. So if I open my file explorer, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Where is 5? Well, not there. I took it out and I have it in a fancy folder that says unused mods. I didn't delete it from my computer entirely, but I did delete it from my Sims document folder. And that's because I downloaded base mental drugs, even though I have a phobia of drugs and I don't like playing with drugs, but some storytelling kind of requires it. So I thought it would be useful to just download it right off the bat instead of, you know, having to download it for specific stories. So of course, you know, or maybe you don't, and now I'm telling you that you can't have both base mental alcohol and base mental drugs in your game because base mental drugs actually contains all the stuff for base mental alcohol. So I deleted this from my Sims folder, but I decided because I wanted to keep track of all the mods that I have currently and all the mods that I've ever had, I'm going to not replace the name. So this will forever be M005, but I just don't have it in my game right now. And when I don't have it in my game, I highlight it orange. I don't know if I want to highlight it orange or just have a column that says not in game. And the column is like in game ? And then I just say yes, no. because I had this. So this is a little fancy thing that I have where if I have a mod that I specifically downloaded for a specific save file, then I will indicate that so I can remove it from my folder when I'm not playing that save file and then put it back in my folder when I am playing that save file, just to kind of give my computer a little bit of a break in what it's loading up. So that's kind of the idea that I had. Right now I have these highlighted as all because I'm thinking that they're going to be my core mods, and then whatever sort of storytelling that I'm going to do that requires other things, I will add. So I could also do that with base mental, where for the specific story that I want drugs, I will just use base mental drugs, and then when I don't want that, I just have base mental alcohol. But that seemed a little excessive, you know? We'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind. I always do. So, classic INTP. Those are Myers-Briggs personality types, by the way. That's a nice little snippet, little information about yours truly. I'm an INTP. Like, why is this INTP on my screen telling me about The Sims? Well, it's not my day job, you guys. It's really not. I'm a scientist. Well, I'm an engineer. But, anyways, so that's what that is. Now that I've explained to you my entire organization method, we're gonna go in and actually look into the mods that I have. We're starting with SimCity Loans. So I love this mod because I often have storytelling where my Sims have to get mortgages and buy houses, and I really like the Slim Realist real estate mod, but it's just such a big mod. I think I'll save it for when I have a better computer, because it's got like house viewings and like a realtor, and you actually go to the financial center to apply for a mortgage and you can get approved or rejected, and then it's like real life. Because real life isn't difficult enough, I also want to play real life virtually, and that's why I wanted that, you know? But SimCity Loans is a nice smaller mod to kind of let me use my imagination to play that same kind of storyline. Okay, and then there's required degree for promotions. I wonder if I should open all of these links. I'm not going to do that for all of them, maybe some of my faves. But this one is kind of a necessary one for me because I think it's pretty unrealistic that you can be a doctor without a degree in The Sims. So that's an important one. General pie menus. See, this is one that I should definitely, you know, have a description for, because right now, oh yeah, okay, so this is, see, utility mod. I said probably will add descriptions for utility mods because I never know what they are. This is just one of those utility mods that Deep Indigo recommends for all of their mods, so I got it. Then there's the entertainer career overhaul, which seems like a really fun thing. I think the entertainer career could use a lot of improvements, so I'm gonna try it out. If it sucks, then I just take it out of my game. But if you were paying attention, I'm not gonna delete it from this database in case one day, 6 months from now, I'm gonna be like, oh, what was that mod that I wanted to use that did this thing or this other thing? And then I can just check here because it's still there. Okay, basement alcohol, everyone knows that one. And I just talked about it. Genius teen can enroll to university. I like this one because it's pretty realistic to me, especially being like of African descent. Lots of people skip grades and go to university early. It's just the keener in me wants that to be possible for some of my keener Sims. So I have that. University rejection letter, obvi, real life, you get rejected from university. We've got faster homework because those Sims really be taking a long time to finish their homework. I'm not even joking, like hours. Well, that's not really unrealistic now that I say it like that, but in The Sims we don't have time to be playing around like that. So faster homework. Writing career overhaul, this one's cool because you have the whole process of getting like an agent and then getting your book approved and edited and then published, more than just like writing a book and getting it published and easily making money like that. There are a lot of careers like that in The Sims that have nice ideas but little substance, so it's kind of like a money hack, like gardening. Gardening in The Sims, biggest money hack of life, and it's so unrealistic because tell me what farmer you know. Well, farmers can make bank, but like, dang, not like that. Anyways, just you garden a couple begonias and you're set for life. Like, that's ridiculous. Anyways, custom share tuning, another one of those utility mods. Don't really care, but it's needed by a Deep Indigo. We've got dynamic teen life by a Deep Indigo. Clearly, I really like a Deep Indigo's mods. Education overhaul, university application overhaul. These are just like, as mods are, additional details to the game. This one is really cool because you have to write a letter, do an interview, all that stuff. Education overhaul, you get school breaks and more details to your education, online education, other types of school. Pre-made holidays, I've never used this one, so we'll see. I'll let you know if I like it. Block 51 core library, another utility mod. MC command center, the GOAT, everyone needs that at all times. Relationship and pregnancy overhaul. I love this mod. I am obsessed with this mod, And this is going to be a mod that I'm probably going to do a full overview video on and how I use it in game, because this is probably one of my all-time favorite mods. And then there's Sim National Bank. I like this mod as well. Very useful, very practical. Individual accounts is really nice, especially when you got families who get divorced. Husband and wife, husband and husband, wife and wife. Non-binary couple. They be getting divorced and you need your own money. Then we got better exceptions. This mod is a lifesaver when you have updates, because every time you open your game, it's like, I see there's an update. Do you want me to do a scan of all your mods and tell you which ones are broken and are gonna crash your game? And then I say, yes, please, Twisted do your thing. And then it gives me a list of all the awesome, terribly broken mods that I need to replace. So I like that. We got UI cheats. I use this on a daily basis, especially for storytelling, to cheat sims to specific like levels and careers and things like that. And also to cheat health and status and moods. So job finding overhaul, I like this one because it makes the job finding more difficult. Again, with the trying to make simulation life just as difficult as real life, as if we're not all suffering here on planet Earth. Ridiculous. MC Woohoo Classic, university costs more. It's funny because you get university costs more, and then I think I got more scholarships as well. Actually, I don't see it here. Did I get that? That would be insane if I didn't, because how are you going to afford this university when your scholarships are not even there? But when you have both of them, they kind of make up for each other, because the university costs more, but you also get more scholarships. There needs to be a third one where it's like scholarships are more difficult to get. So then it makes sense, because people get a lot of scholarships. It's like, oh, yay, I don't have to pay that much for uni. But then most people don't get a lot of scholarships and then they're in debt. Wow. Someone should really do like a really deep psychological inspection or study on people who like to play The Sims, because we live our lives, we got student loans, we have debt, we get rejected by universities, we get rejected by jobs, and then we come and sit at our computers and voluntarily go through that crap all over again. What kind of trauma response is that? Look at my psychology speak. I'm not even sponsored by BetterHelp. Anyways, more cast columns. Lifesaver. I don't even know how we ever managed with 2 columns. That's just ridiculous. We got the basemental venue list, one of the utility mods again, Lumpinu mood pack, the Deep Indigo shared library utility mod, EA eyelashes remover. I made Sims without this the other day, and I realized that I have never played, like, what am I trying to say? Since I downloaded this mod, like probably 5 years ago or more, I've never played without it. And I looked at those EA lashes and I don't even know what to say, y'all. It was atrocious. It was a tragedy. It was quite disappointing and flabbergasting. Okay, body sliders. I just talked about that one. Kichiko 3D lashes, KK. Butt slider. I actually haven't had this one, but those apple bottom jeans were being filled with some apple bottom butts in the like preview for this. I'm ready to try it out. They really look like BBL butts, to be very honest. And you know what? Some people might like that look. In my Sims game, someone may go and get a BBL. Who knows? We're open to all storylines here. Face sliders. These are actually so... I hate the broken nose one. I wish I could have done without it. Nose sliders. I always read this as Teen Mom. I know it's not, but that's what it reads to me. I've got a bunch of sliders for unique bodies in The Sims, because every Sims body literally looks like a Barbie. No matter how like you change the proportion of fat to muscle, and then do the little built-in sliders where you drag their arms, their little stick arms, like they always look so ridiculous. So sliders are kind of essential in the game. We got the XML injector. I don't even know what that does, but the software girlies on the interwebs tell me that it's necessary, so I got it. I'm so excited for these. Cute romance, kiss and grind, more kisses. The way this is kiss and grind mod has been blowing up my YouTube. What's the homepage? I think that's what it's called on YouTube. Anyways, the way it's been blowing up my YouTube and my TikTok and my Instagram and my YouTube shorts. Wow, as a society, we have way too much social media. Anyways, the animations, they are giving what they're supposed to give. They look beautiful, seamless, and smooth. None of that awkward air gap EA kissing in here. Great for love storytelling. Better Build By. This one is good for people who like to build, and I'm trying to get more into that because I've seen some things that people who build do, and they're very impressive. Steady Sit, this one's cool. It just makes your Sims sit there and reduces their autonomy so they don't get up as much. We got Life Decider, which this one I'm a little concerned about because Kawaii Stacy went off the grid for a little while, and now a lot of their mods are not up to date. And I can't find this one anywhere on their website, so some person on YouTube. Wow, I don't know why when I said girl it sounded so insulting. I really was not trying to be. She was very nice, and her video was very informative and entertaining and got me the mod that I was looking for. But somehow when I said some girl, it sounded like I was dissing her. I'm really not. This YouTuber had the link in her video, so that's where I got it from. And I hope to everything that is out there that it does not give me a virus. So I'm putting that intention out there, and I'm claiming that future. Okay, what else do I have here? Teen Aspirations. Ooh, this one's really exciting because I've got a Let's Play coming. Should I spoil what it's gonna be? Nah, I'll let you guys be surprised. Okay, Ask to Cook Bake Girl. That one's exciting and necessary for my upcoming Let's Play because you can just ask people to cook for you instead of cooking for yourself. We got Live in Businesses. I've used this mod in the past, not too much, but my Sims got rich off of this. It was a little unrealistic. They were selling paintings for like 30 grand. But you know, to be fair, they were like a global superstar painter, so that's pretty realistic in that world. But usually not until people die, you know? How sad. No auto food grab necessary. Because Sims really, the cake one, oh my gosh, commiserate with me, guys. When you spend your time baking a birthday cake for someone, take it out of the oven, put it on the counter, and then all of a sudden, someone's taken a slice. They've taken a slice out of it before you had the chance to put the candles and have your Sim blow it out. The audacity of some of these Sims flabbergasts me. I am always left shaken to the core, irritated beyond belief, and a little homicidal. Can I say that on YouTube without getting demonetized? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see. So that's the gist of that. Ultrasound. Wow, I can't type. This definitely should say scan. This one's fun because it's just like something to do. Get an ultrasound when you're pregnant. So these are getting a little sketchy. Let me give you some context. I was supposed to download Wicked Whims. I've used Wicked Whims in the past, you know, in my not childish. It's not definitely not childish, but in my youth, I downloaded Wicked Whims because I was curious, and I played with it. And honestly, it's got some great features. The menstrual cycle is fantastic. The attractiveness system is unparalleled. I actually really, really love that system. The other things, though, were starting to freak me out a little bit. So I stopped. I don't really like seeing nude Sims. So I deleted it from my game, but I miss the attractiveness system, which is where Relationship and Pregnancy Overhaul comes in, because that one's got a compatibility or something system and a whole lot of other stuff too, which is really awesome. But a little birdie told me, and by little birdie, I mean Ashley Plays here on YouTube, one of my all-time favorite Sims YouTubers. Her stuff is so amazing. You should check her out. But she said she got Wicked Whims for some of her trailers because some of the poses and animations are just like better. So I tried to download Wicked Whims, and I thought that you could get animators that only did poses, like romantic ones. And then I was wrong. At least I couldn't find any. So if you guys know some that are purely like romantic, maybe a little steamy but no nudity animations for The Sims on Wicked Whims animators, let me know. And then I will reconsider my absolute terror when looking at that mod. If you don't know, then well, I will continue to not download it. Not to, like, I don't want to make it seem like I hate the mod. It was actually a very, very amazing mod, and it's so impressive what modders are able to do in this community, and they've turned it into a whole enterprise. And I've seen some really, really good, like, cinematic Sims, basically TV shows and movies that I really love using Wicked Whims. It's just not for me, really. So that's all that is. But anyways, these were things that I was getting to accompany them, but I kept them because who doesn't want to have some Sims have heavy boobs, you know? Who doesn't want detailed feet when your kids are out there on the beach with their little dogs out, their piggies out? You want them to have toenails and not just be stubs of skin. So I like that idea. Bouncing boobies, pretty realistic. Carry and kiss. Oh, that's an animation by Klaus? K-Klaus? Klaus? Je sais pas. But that's an animation by someone who also does Lover's Lab, Wicked Whims animations, but it's only romantic. So I got that one. And then there's Passionate Romance, a sacrificial mod, which I'm excited to try out because it's got a lot of fun things, like the car selfies that I'm really excited about. And then Breast Rig, because you need that one for the Bouncing Boobies mod. And that's a wrap. You guys know all the mods I have. So as I play with this, probably some point later in the future, I will do a full mod review because this is just a dump. All the mods that I could think of that I could want in my game. I'm gonna play with them and then winnow. I'm gonna winnow down. Maybe from 55, I'll have like 40. Who knows? Probably not because I'm a hoarder, but maybe. Never say never, as my boy JB said. But yeah. We're gonna check it out and we're gonna try it out. I'm gonna do a little zoom out so you guys can see it all at once. Ooh, look at that. Is she like a data analyst? Wow. Starting salary of 180K? What? No, I'm not, by the way. And this is not what a data analyst would ever produce. Ridiculous. But you know, it's a little something if I do say so myself. I hope you guys enjoyed this little chit-chatty walkthrough of my mod folder. Please like, subscribe, and comment. And turn on your notification bell. I guess that's a thing that YouTubers say. And let me know what you would like to see from me next, and I will maybe consider it. LOL. See ya. Have some personality.